Every so often, the animals on China would get in the mood for some sort of contest. They were always playing games like bump bump or tree climb, but these were different from the contests. This time, Monk suggested a banana surfing race from Jowl's pig pen down the slope to Beanbag Pond. All of the animals agreed that Monk had a fine idea, and so Tinker Bell snorted out a loud call to let everyone know when the big event would take place. Swedith reminded Tink to inform Mr. Dugong, because a lot of the animals would probably end up splashing around in the pond, and it was only fair that Mr. Dugong should know when to expect company. So finally everything was arranged, and everyone arrived at Jowl's pig pen, eager and excited. Tink called out to make sure that no one was missing.
Let us make sure that all of us are gathered together for this monumental event. Swedith?
Yeah, I'm right over here, Dingo Buddy, bound and about.
Okay. Hey, Snee, where are you?
Here I am, Tink, standing behind Lena.
Oh, yes, and there is Turt.
I'm all ready to go.
That is indeed fine. There is Jowls. And next to him is our fine poet, Safflower. How are you today, on this exquisite and Zen Buddhist-like day? Prepare for all eventualities.
Alfred!
And of course, Alfred. Monk and Chimp are standing impatiently, eager to demonstrate their surfing prowess. Well, we are all ready for the beginning of this gripping and thrilling encounter. I presume everyone is taking part in the contest.
Oh, we don't do it, thank you.
Why, Goose, what conceivable objections can you have to this wholesome and uplifting contest?
I'm a goose, thank you. I don't like to spend my energy on such things, don't you know? Well, where you been keeping that energy, Goose, buddy? I spend most of my energy on the bunting, thank you. But go right ahead with the contest. My bunting and I will watch.
Lena too fat, pretty, get dirty.
Lena, are you also withdrawing from the contest?
Fat. Lena, watch.
Hey, Tinko, buddy. Maybe Lena and Goose could help out here a little, since they're not going to be doing any sliding about. What kind of help did you have in mind? Oh, nothing that takes too much energy, Goose, buddy. I just thought that maybe you could be the judge of the contest, and Lena could give the signal to begin. That's a good idea, Swedith. Alfred!
Brilliant! Yes, what do you say, Goose and Lena?
Okay. Fat.
That's a fine job, fitting for a goose. My bunting and I are only too happy to be the judge of the contest. I don't mind saying thank you. Well, now that it's all settled, we can start sliding, is what?
Then Monk handed everyone a banana skin and explained the rules. The object of the contest was to slide along the peel all the way down the sloping path from Jowl's house to the edge of Beanbag Pond. The first to reach the pond without going too far and falling in is the winner. The animals lined up for the start of the race, with Tink and Jowls on one end and Snee and Turt on the other. Everyone was soon ready to go, awaiting the signal from Lena. And then... and they were off. Swedith gave a mighty push and went flying right up in the air and landed on her back. As Swedith fell, her foot accidentally bumped Turt on the back and gave him a big push, and Turt began moving down the slope very fast. Monk and Chimp were sliding along confidently, but to their surprise, Turt suddenly whizzed right by them, with Snee following close behind.
My, we've passed Monk and Chimp.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the slope, Tink was beginning to pick up speed as he careened down the slope. He and Jowls were just about neck and neck, and as they slid faster and faster, they got closer and closer together. And then, suddenly, they bumped into each other, and with a loud crash went tumbling into the bushes.
Oh, we are lost!
Safflower had been right behind Tink and Jowls, and as he passed them, he tripped and went sliding into the bushes. Now, Alfred had tried to get started by rolling himself on his peel along the ground. Finally, he began to move, and to his astonishment began to tumble head over heels very quickly down the slope, leaving the peel far behind. As Monk and Chimp and Turt and Snee slid madly along, Alfred, picking up speed with every tumble, began to catch up. The 5 animals were concentrating hard as they sped down the path.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. My, I'm going so fast.
And then it happened. Just as Monk and Chimp were about to pass Turt and Snee, Alfred, who was rolling incredibly fast, slammed into them and knocked them flat. Meanwhile, Alfred kept right on rolling, faster and faster, and brushed right by Turt and Snee, crying frantically. But Alfred was going so fast that he just couldn't stop himself, and with a tremendous force flew right off the slope and into the pond, landing with a huge splash.
Wow, really?
So only Turt and Snee were left in the contest, and they both came screeching to a stop right in front of the pond, almost simultaneously. Goose, who was watching closely to decide the winner, squinted hard to see who had arrived first. It looked like a tie to her.
Ooh, the winners are Snee and Turt.
Turt and Snee looked at each other excitedly and joyously, and danced around happily in front of the pond. After a while, the other animals picked themselves up and gathered at the edge of the pond, congratulating Turt and Snee. Lena arrived carrying 2 banana peels and walked over to the winners.
This is for Snee, and this is for Turt.
And Lena draped a skin over Snee's bow tie and dropped one on Turt's shell. Everyone burst forth with a great cheer.
A great victory, a truly remarkable triumph.
That's showing them how.
Fine. Pretty.
An epic triumph.
So the 2 tiny animals had won the banana surfing contest. They were very pleased to be the winners, and everyone else was happy too.